We're at No Mercy 15 here at South Georgia Motorsports Park, and we're putting a duster on radial tires and seeing how fast we can go this week. We got here on Sunday, first time the car's on radials, and so you change your bar settings, you change your gear ratio and the trans and the rear end. It's kind of like starting all over because you don't know where to start. Change the torque converter also. So you let off the button about 8 times before you actually get the thing to move the way you want to. Last night we got a good lick in, went a 394 at 197 mile an hour. Backed that up this morning and stood the power curve up, went 1 flat to the 60 foot, and the wheelie control dialed it back and aborted the run. So we feel like we've got something to work with now. So going into qualifying tonight, we're gonna take that 394 and just kind of chip away and see if we can get this thing in the 80s. Well, it's exciting. I don't know, like the first couple days when we were out here testing, you know, it was February of 21 when we ran 399 with the S10, and it's been 3 years since we've been down here. So you kind of felt like our pants were on the ground because while we've done it before, the data from the S10 doesn't directly correlate because we have the Liberty with the tie drive, and the converter pressures are considerably different than what it is when we had the Turbo 400 and the Rossler. So I couldn't just direct copy and paste all that data. We had the transmission out 3 times this week already, and we finally got it to where we think we've got something that's going to work. This morning when we dialed it up, it wanted to do a wheelie, so now we've added 10 pounds to the nose, made some shock adjustments, and hopefully we've got this thing ready to go fast. Because a radial tire needs such sticky, gluey track, when it gets hot, you just got a bunch of goo. So really 6 o'clock comes, shade hits the track gets tight, so you can race from 6 p.m. to midnight and you got a really good track.
So obviously 380s is on the list. Do you have any goals for the weekend? Or
realistically, 385 at 200 would check our wish list for this week. Just looking at the data from what we did last night and what we did the 100 60 foot this morning, if we put that all together, that would be like a 383 pass. But it's not fast until you get a slip, you know. It's like you got to put it all together. We went 1 flat this morning, turned it right around, made some adjustments, and came back and did a 103. So just because it does it once doesn't mean it's going to do it twice, because as we add weight to combat the wheelie, now it affects how it affects the shock in the rear. And so now you have to go back at your power strategy and power management to get this thing to go fast. It takes everything together right. But man, on a radial tire, when it hooks up and goes, it's absolutely on rails. Whereas on a big tire, even on a good pass on big tire, you feel like you're driving on a balloon. On a radial tire, it's just like it's on rails, and it's fun to just hear the car take off and roar.
Awesome. Well then, we're going to catch up with you up there at qualifying 1. Hopefully we can lay down a leg right in the beginning.
I would love for it to go down and not just knock the tire off, but we're going to give it our best shot and see what we got.
Saturday morning. It's eliminations time. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
We had an amazing week. So we accomplished what we came to set out to do. That was go 385, and we did that last night. So anything that happens this morning is okay. We're paired up, or 10th qualifier, and paired up with the number 7 qualifier, and he's qualified with a 359. And so definitely outgunned in the match. But if we can get a personal best on this run, I'll be ecstatic.
So I'm guessing you guys did try to see if you can squeeze a little bit more out of it.
Just stand the fuel ramp up, move nitrous back, move lockup back. Every pass, just chip away at it, try to go a little bit faster.
Hell yeah. Now, I know this has been a lot of work to get here, but you guys made it look effortless.
Well, you showed up about the time it started getting easy.
Yeah.
We left the shop last Friday morning, went to middle of Georgia, and we had the transmission out 3 times. So, a lot of the work that we were doing, getting ready for this, getting the gear ratios right, getting the torque converter right, and all that stuff was all done last weekend while we were at middle of Georgia. And we moved down here on Sunday, and we got down here and had to do 1 converter change after we got here, and that's about the time you showed up. So
Perfect.
It looked a little easier. You missed a little bit of the hard work, but it does take a lot of effort to get these cars down the track, for sure, when you go from a big tire car to a small tire car.
Now that you guys are on this roll, what's next? Are you guys ready to just be done for the year, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, we've still got PRI to take the car to, but really the next step is figuring out how to make another 400 horsepower so that we can not be limited by our turbo shaft speed. So we might go to the hub dyno this winter, work on some horsepower. We're gonna
Last call
things
for
to
Jeff Miller
try to
and
take some weight out of the car.
Last call for Jeff.
Yeah, because I think here you had to weigh, 2,700?
775, and we're 3,000 pounds.
Gotcha. So there's still some left on the table there, I'm sure.
If we would change the Park Williams 11.5 back to the
First
stage,
five there, approach 275, lead 5-6. First five there, approach 275,
you
lead
have to
5-6.
decide if that's actually worth it. So
Right.
we got
'Cause
some decisions to make.
it took you a while, throughout the year to get that trans lined out, but now it's okay, it seems you guys are lined out, so.
The only thing I don't like about that combo right now is how heavy it is.
Gotcha.
But it's working very well.
Hell yeah. Well, congrats on the success of the week, and good luck at E1. Make them work for it.
Thank you.